So I was at Whole Foods today and I got kaiju something called a langoustine, or a Norway lobster. It's a type of crustacean, and I got it for her because it seemed like it was a good size for her to try to eat, and it would allow me to sort of show off what it means to be a durophagous species. Tegus are durophages. They've got blunt teeth and those big old pterygoid muscles. Duro means hard, phage means eat. And in the wild, you can see them eating shellfish, you can see them eating all kinds of hard things that they've scavenged or killed. And so I wanted to get something that would be a little bit of a challenge, but not too hard. So, yeah, listen to that. I think she likes it. I was gonna try to tongue feed her if she didn't, if she wasn't interested right away, but she seems to really want to eat this thing. As far as shellfish go, they are fairly meaty. Well, not really shellfish. I guess, what do you call crabs and lobsters and stuff like that? As far as whatever that is goes, things like crabs and lobsters have a much higher shell to meat ratio than these guys do, which is why I chose a langoustine. And it was kind of funny when she got the legs off. When I was at the store, the guy was like, "You want just one of these?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm feeding it to a lizard." And he was super excited because he was like, "Oh my god, I have a 10-year-old red-eared slider turtle at home. I love him. I bring him food all the time." And so he picked out the one with the smallest big claws, because we figured that would be the toughest for her to eat. And you can see she got those lower legs right off, and she's getting at the soft parts inside. Yeah. Yeah, she likes it. What do you think, Juju? Should I get you langoustine more often? So dainty, she put it on the little plate. So, fun story about that little plate there. I don't know if you can see the blue and gold striping that's on it. Just going nuts for that thing. I actually have a set of those plates and the mugs that go with them that I stole from Notre Dame's dining hall when I was a senior. Pretty much all of my friends who graduated from Notre Dame have them. Pretty sure we all stole them. She's decided to take it under the step stool, I guess. What are we doing? Oh god, this is going to be a total pain to clean up. Please eat the whole thing. I don't want you to have stinky langoustine in your cage. Yeah, I know this is a kind of a long video, but I guess I wanted to do this just to show you, well, like I said, the durophagous nature of a tegu, how they can break through, that hard shell really easy. And I also kind of wanted to show you what goes into feeding a tegu. They don't quite inhale their food. They will like to take it apart. She hasn't thrashed it, which has amazed me. Usually she picks whatever she's eating up and she just thrashes it. But I like to give her, when it's not rectolinks, I like to give her prey in as complete a form as possible, because I think it's good for her to, work out just how to, there we go, we're thrashing it now. But I think it's good for her to work out, just how to eat these things, how to harvest the edible parts, which I guess for her is pretty much all the parts. Yeah, I think this thing is a success. I think she likes it. Have we found a competitor for shrimp? I mean, it's basically just a big shrimp. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, she's chewed it up. She's gonna, eat that whole tail. There's a little bit of the carapace, I think, stuck under her step stool, which... It's so funny. She's completely stolen that step stool. I am never gonna get it back. Where are you going? You taking it into your tunnel? It's also kind of funny, langoustine is kind of a trendy food right now, I guess. The New York Times, I think it was, did a little profile on it when I googled what is a langoustine. It was 20 bucks a pound, which for one langoustine, you know, that's not a lot, but if you wanted to, you know, get these for you and your friends, for a dinner party or something, it would get kind of expensive. But, you know, just getting one langoustine for, I like saying that word, langoustine. Just getting one for my girl, you know, it's a pretty good treat. She is just going to town with that thing. You know, all the chewing and the shaking it. This is how they eat in the wild. They'll come across something that a normal animal would say, oh, this is, you know, inedible. And they're like, oh, well, in addition to being a predator, I am also a highly efficient scavenger. I can eat through anything. And they'll just chew it up and go to town. It's part of what makes them such effective predators, and such an effective invasive species in Florida, is this just absolute attitude of I can eat anything and everything. Oh, we're almost to the 7-minute mark here, and you know, she's pretty much just taking it apart piece by piece, and I really don't want to keep rambling on forever, so I'm gonna stop the video now, and maybe I'll add a little more when she decides that she's done with it. Or you're gonna pick it up and put it down again? What are you doing, girl? Oh, nope, I think this might be it. I think she has eaten that langoustine. You can see, you know, she's kind of raising her head, licking her lips, working that down there. Atta girl. Did you like that? Is that a good treat? Should I get those more often? Well, probably not all that often, because they're not, you know, a complete diet. I usually like her reptilinks for that, because somebody doesn't like to eat her vegetables. But yeah, so that was Kaiju Elizabeth Tegu eating a langoustine. I'd say I hoped you learned something, except there wasn't really a lot to learn. There was just a big lizard to watch. So, yeah, there you have it. Langoustine. Atta girl, Juju.